Hello, 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 hello. Yes, I welcome you to another episode of Getting Stoned with your host, Stone Petoskey. Haha. Yeah, it's been a couple weeks since I stopped on in here. I'm feeling a little bit, discombobulated, not hanging out with y'all. So here I am. I'm back. I want to just say thank you so much as always for listening. For taking your time, for bringing yourself to this space. It means so much to me. Yes, my gratitude is epic. I feel blessed. I feel blessed to be alive, and I'm so grateful to have a little bit of time to hang out with all y'all. So all the goings on in the world of the human continue to be full of craziness, and we want to continuously send out good vibes to everybody. That's the mojo we want to be. Given. That's what I'm saying. It's we just got to think on that. There's lots and lots and lots of things to be grateful for, to feel joy about. And you don't want to lose sight of all that. And at the same time, you want to extend your compassion and your empathy out to all those who may be suffering. I think that things aren't as black and white as it's made to be seen. I think you gotta be mindful of the messaging. There's a lot of propaganda, that's going on. So pay attention, pay very close attention to that. If you want to learn a little bit more about the power of propaganda, go check out Mr. Edward Bernays. And that dude give you a real nice breakdown on how propaganda works, what to pay attention to, and how to know you're being played. Because there's a lot of powerful forces out there in this world that want to give you the runaround. You know what I'm saying? They just want to keep you in fear. Now, if you notice, that's been continuous, right? The messaging of fear, it's just nonstop. Here we are, we come out of one so-called crisis and couldn't even take a breath, and there's another one going on. So as I often, encourage you, be discerning and use your critical thinking skills. You can connect the dots if you are willing to proceed with that sort of mindfulness. And also if you don't just accept and trust what the people in positions of authority have to say. I think you are much better served if you are of the mindset that trust has to be earned, and that there are people, it may be hard to comprehend this for most of us because we're genuinely good people, but there are people that are up to no good, that have agendas, and that have typically in positions of enormous power and influence. And I think it's important to be cognizant of that. Otherwise, you will get played. And that is just how it goes. I find it so interesting, these notions by the so-called leaders of the world. It's so centered around control, and how blind and foolish that whole approach is. Think you can control Mother Nature. think you can control your fellow man as if that's the most benevolent, the most mindful, the most aware path to choose. It's of course it isn't. You know, any notions of control are ultimately based in a place of fear consciousness. You know, once you can see that, then you're liberated. You know, you don't fall prey to all the fear that's coming over the airwaves. You see it for what it is. It's just a story. It's just a game of make-believe. And there really is nothing to fear at the end of this. You know, the bodies that we stop in visit for a while are certainly incredibly blessed, right? And if your body is healthy and well, then that's another miracle on top of the miracle of being here already, right? So you give immense thanks for that, certainly, but you also understand that it's just a temporary vessel for we'll call it your soul, right? We are a drop in the ocean, but we are also the ocean in a drop. And so there is nothing to fear, so don't succumb, y'all. Don't play the game. You know, use your free will to enact a perspective that you feel empowered by, and you don't need to bow down to another belief or system or structure or another vibrational consciousness just because so-and-so says so. You know what I'm saying? You catch my drift? Are you feeling what I'm laying down? Yes. Yeah, so keep your eyes wide open, y'all. There's all sorts of mischief afoot, and things are not what they seem to be. So, you know, proceed with that love in your heart in the midst of all this. That's really crucial, not only to your own health and well-being, but given that we are a ocean in a drop, that's something that you then can, in doing so, you offer to the whole world. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, then you are a free man. So don't believe the hype. It's just a circus, y'all. It's like a carnival, okay? And the ringmaster is hard at work to keep you deceived and disempowered and dependent upon the machinations of the madmen. So yeah, don't play along, man. Know what I'm saying? Just don't play along. It's kind of like this whole thing with the so-called climate change, right? You got people on both sides. You got one side that says no, it's not happening, and it's a bunch of hoodoo guru, and then you got the whole other side that's about ready to lose their minds because they think the human race is going to be dead next month, you know. And as far as I'm concerned, man, the climate is changing in the whole solar system throughout the universe, probably, right? And humans are just a tiny, tiny little minuscule part of that on this one little rock swirling around in this infinite universe, right? So, you know, big picture, man, don't get too hung up on the little stuff, is what I'm kind of saying, you know. And if you are going to have some concerns about it, then it would be, I think, from my point of view, not so much about focusing on, oh my God, if we don't do something, we're all going to die. That don't make no sense to me, that whole thing. It's like, again, it's such a human-centric point of view, like, we're worried that we're going to die. Well, we are going to die, you know. That's the fucking facts. Ain't nothing you can do to stop this fact. Ain't nothing you can do. Every single one of us at some point is going to die. So, if we're going to talk about being stewards to the earth, which even that to me I find somewhat humorous, but I'll play along. Then it seems like it would make a whole heck of a lot more sense for the messaging to be removed from the human-centric, oh my God, I'm gonna die, to, oh geez, let's look after the rainforests. Let's look after the fish in the sea. You know what I'm saying? Let's look after the other life forms that we inhabit and share this planet with. Let's take the focus off ourselves. Oh, and P.S., green energy ain't gonna do shit. Educate yourself again. There's a book called Bright Green Lies by Mr. Derek Jensen. It's a fine place to start. This whole green energy thing is bullshit. It takes just as much fossil fuels and coal burning to digging up a bunch of precious minerals to make all these batteries. It's all nonsense. It's all big. It's just another lie. So don't fall for it. Things ain't what they seem. Like I said, y'all, pay attention. Don't just drink the Kool-Aid. There are people in positions of power that are up to no good. That's like Chuck D said, fight the power, y'all. So we send out hugs. I send out a big hug to all y'all. I hope you feel it. I hope you're feeling that. We give love. We give smiles. We share smiles. Yeah, thank God all that mask bullshit's over, man. You can see everybody's faces. Those that feel comfortable showing their face. I mean, again, for me, it's from day one, it always boiled down to, let people decide for themselves. That's always my thing, man.
If you want to put something over your face because makes you feel safe, have at it, man. That's your choice. Go for it. You want to inject something into your body because you think it's going to protect you, hey, go for it, man. And for the people that don't want to do those things, then they should just be free to not do those things. It's so simple, we gotta complicate all this bullshit, but not me, man. I just keep it simple, decide for yourself, and I respect your decision, and I would ask the same in return, that you respect mine, and then we get on down the road, any notion of sacrifice for the greater good, that don't ever work out right. Trust me on that. Yeah, you want to learn a little bit more about that, go read some Ayn Rand. And so it's nice to see people's faces again. I gotta say that, man. I'm really thankful, and I'm thankful that my little nieces, they don't have to be wearing no goddamn mask anymore. That was just, as far as I was concerned, that was like child abuse, man. Unbelievable that we're doing this. Now we got everybody's panties all up in a bunch about all this other crazy stuff going. It's unbelievable. So you gotta find yourself a way that you can keep an even keel. Again, you gotta know how to find the joy in life, because the joy in life is there for us every single day. So, post up, underneath a tree, or, walk barefoot on the beach, or, lay on the earth and just stare up at the stars, man, at the night sky, because, gaze into the eyes of a loved one, put on some music and dance. Whatever it is you gotta do, man. There's a whole world out there full of good stuff that uplifts your heart and your soul, and take ownership of your choices, man, and get on about it. And don't play the victim. No poor me. Stop complaining. Own your shit, And, be kind, be cool. Be cool, motherfuckers. Be cool. Yeah. All right. I think I've been rambling enough on these things, and I just want you to know again, I appreciate you so much for listening. I'm immensely grateful. Yeah, I don't know, just I'm feeling irie. You know what I'm saying? The sun is out, and I feel blessed. So. All right, we're gonna do like we usually do, man. We're gonna read a little poetry. I'm gonna do we'll jam out on a tune. I hope wherever you are, if you're sitting on your couch, you're driving in your car, you're taking a walk with your dog, and if you happen to be listening, just know you're a miracle. Just know that you are beautiful, you are precious, you are one of a kind, and you abso-fucking-lutely matter. Yes. Yes, you do. All right. So this poet, man, he is a cool customer, man. I got so many of my poets that are favorites of mine, and this gentleman is certainly one of them. He's been at it for a while. He's got all kinds of wisdom and insight, and he's a wordsmith extraordinaire. And this gentleman's name is David Whyte, Whyte, and I'm gonna read some poems from his book called Essentials. This dude he's just something special. So let's start it off with a poem, The Sea in You. When I wake under the moon, I do not know who I have become unless I move closer to you. Obeying the give and take of the earth as it breathes the slender length of your body, so that in breathing with the tide that breathes in you, and moving with you as you come and go, and following you half in light and half in dark, I feel the first firm edge of my floating palm touch and then trace the pale light of your shoulder to the faint moonlit shadow of your smooth cheek, and drawing my finger through the pearl water of your skin, I sense the breath on your lips, touch and then warm, the finest, furthest, most unknown edge of my sense of self, so that I come to you under the moon as if I had swum under the deepest arch of the ocean, to find you living where no one could possibly live, and to feel you breathing where no one could possibly breathe. And I touch your skin as I would touch a pale, whispering spirit of the tides, that my arms try to hold with the wrong kind of strength, and my lips try to speak with the wrong kind of love, and I follow you through the ocean night, listening for your breath in my helpless calling to love you as I should. And I lie next to you in my sleep as it would next to the sea, overwhelmed by the rest that arrives in me, and by the weight that is taken from me, and what by morning is left on the shore of my waking joy. I told you he was no fooling, man. He'll rock your world. David White, y'all. You just go ahead and listen to that one back, man. That's just one long hum, an intonation from God. Here's one. This is another one. It's called Love in the Night. Sometimes when you lie close to me, your body is so still in my arms, I find myself half in love with your barely breathing form, and half in love with the unspeaking silent source from which you come. I find myself touching your lips with mine to feel their warmth, and bowing my head to hear your breath, and stilling myself to listen far inside you for the gentle rise and fall of the tide that tells me you are still free to come and go in life. So that I take your hand in mine to sense your pulse and touch your hair and stroke your cheek and move my lips to yours to feel the warmth emerging from your inward self, and to see we are still here and still pledged to breathe this world together. All night like this, I find myself asleep and awake, turned toward the moon and then turned toward you. Your warmth inviting me to bring you close and leave you alone. All night I find myself unable to choose between the love I feel for you through closeness and the grief of having to let you go through distance, so that it seems I can only breathe fully in the dark by taking you in and giving you away in your quiet rhythm of appearance and disappearance, letting you return in your breathing and not breathing, or your half-sighed phrases spoken to the dark, whispered from the dream in which you live, so that I lie between sleeping and waking, seeing you are here and dreaming you are gone, wanting to hold you and wanting to let you go. Living far inside you as you breathe close to me, and living far behind you as I wait through the hours of the night for you to wake and find me again. The light in your eyes, half dreaming on the pillow, looking back at me, and seeing me at last, not knowing how far I have traveled, through what distance I have come to find you, where I have been or what I have seen, how far or how near, not knowing how I have gained and lost you 100 times between darkness and dawn. Yeah, damn, that one gave me goosebumps, man. Are you kidding me? Seriously, are you kidding me? Oh, insane. Mr. David White, y'all, give it up. Yeah, I'm not stopping. I'm going for a couple more here. Yeah, like it or not, man, he's bringing the heat, and I'm loving it. This one is titled "To Break a Promise." Make a place of prayer, no fuss now. Just lean into the white brilliance and say what you needed to say all along. Nothing too much, Words as simple and as yours and as heard as the bird song above your head or the river running gently beside you. Let your words join one to another the way stone nestles on stone, the way water just leaves and goes to the sea, the way your promise breathes and belongs with every other promise the world has ever made. Now, let them go on. Leave your words to carry their own life without you. Let the promise go with the river. Stand up now. Have faith. Walk away. I told you, man, he takes you to the core, man. He goes fearlessly to the heart of the matter. You know, part of me wants to have this commentary about these poems that comes to mind as I'm reading them, and then I realize, no, just let the poet and the poem and the words speak for itself. All right, we're going to do one more. I could just sit here and read this whole book out loud, man. It's that good. But we're going to finish it up with just one more here. Just one more. The House of Belonging is what this one is called. And again, this is from David White's book of poetry entitled Essentials. Highly recommend you go pick up a copy, man. It'll treat you right. He really goes in, he has a few pictures in here, and he explains, gives you a little background on the poems. It's a brilliant piece of work. So thank you, Mr. White. Okay, this poem here, the last one we're gonna read today. It's called The House of Belonging. I awoke this morning in the gold light, turning this way and that, thinking for a moment it was one day like any other. But the veil had gone from my darkened heart, and I thought it must have been the quiet candlelight that filled my room. It must have been the first easy rhythm with which I breathed myself to sleep. It must have been the prayer I said, speaking to the otherness of the night. And I thought, this is the good day you could meet your love. This is the gray day someone close to you could die. This is the day you realize how easily the thread is broken between this world and the next. And I found myself sitting up in the quiet pathway of light. The tawny, close-grained cedar burning round me like fire. And all the angels of this housely heaven ascending through the first roof of light the sun had made. This is the bright home in which I live. This is where I ask my friends to come.
This is where I want to love all the things it has taken me so long to learn to love. This is the temple of my adult aloneness, and I belong to that aloneness as I belong to my life. There is no house like the house of belonging. Mr. David White, thank you, sir. Thank you, brother. Yes, I know you probably never even hear this, but nonetheless, that vibe is going out to you of gratitude and appreciation and respect and joy, because your poems definitely elicit a sense of joy. So thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, what do you say we do a tune here now? That's it, right? Gonna do a little song. Yeah, you can kick back and, you know, if you got your headphones on, you know, I often say, man, I try not to beat this song up too much. It's a cover tune. It's not one of my originals, but you know, I like to do those cover songs here as well. So this one is from one of the all-time greats, Mr. Tom Petty, and the title of this song is "Running Down a Dream." So I hope you dig it, y'all. It was a beautiful day, and the sun beat down. Had the radio on, and I was driving. The trees flew by. Me and Dell was singing Little Runaway, and I was flying. Yeah, running down a dream never would come to me. I'm working on a mystery, going wherever it leads. Running down the dream. It felt so good, like anything was possible. I hit cruise control and rub my eyes. The last 3 days, the rain was on. It was always cold, no sunshine. Running down the drain. It never will come to me. Working on a mystery. Going where it lay. Running down a dream. I roll on. The sky grew dark. I put the pedal down to make some time. Something waiting down this road, and I'm picking up whatever is mine. Running down a dream. Going wherever it lay. Working on a mystery. Going wherever it lay. Running down a dream. Running down a dream. Running down a dream. This is Tom Petty, Mr. Tom Petty. Thank you, brother. May you rest in peace. You brought so much beautiful, beautiful, beautiful music to the world, my man. I mean, still to this day, you put on some Tom Petty, man. How does it not just bring a big old smile to your face, man? Makes you want to roll down the window. Makes you want to holler at the moon. Makes you want to reach out to your lady and take her hand and scoop her up and spin her around and tell her how much you just fucking love her, man. Mr. Tom Petty, a legend. Yes, thank you, brother, thank you. And thank you again to all y'all, any of y'all out there listening. I appreciate you. Yes, I'm gonna send you another hug because you know you can't have too many of those. Yeah, you just feel that hug, come on. Feel it, know it. Feel it in your heart, feel it in your soul. Feel it wrapping you up. are safe. You are lovable. Yes. All right, brothers and sisters, go out there and make it a kick-ass day. I appreciate you. Until next time, peace.